Hello everybody, Adrienne here, and today I'm coming to you with a massive eBay brush haul. First off, I want to start with the brush set that I bought from eBay about a year and a half ago. I have taken the brushes and just put them in this cute little cup here. It did come with a holder like this that you can put the brushes in. As you can see, the little loops here, but it's really too big for my vanity set. When the brushes arrived, they came in a box that looked like this, and yes, the box was this beat up when I got it, and on the back of the box it shows you some of the functions of the brush, what you can use them for, each brush, and it also has a little handout in there that gives you some suggestions as to how to use them. But I'm not even going to count these brushes out. I'm just going to show them to you because these are not brand new. I have been using them. They're like dupes for the Artiste brushes. I'm not really sure how I feel about these yet. That's why I'm not going all out and counting them and telling you about them. But since I didn't haul them, I wanted to at least show them to you, so when I do talk to you about them, it's not the first time you've seen them. I've been using them now for about a month and a half or two. I haven't used every size of the brush, so I'm not really sure what I think about it, but I will be updating you guys on those brushes once I get a firm opinion on them, and I'll try to go back and find some prices for what I paid for them because I got them so long ago that I don't remember what I paid for it, and it wouldn't matter anyway. I need to find the current price for you, but all they were listed as is mermaid brushes when I purchased them, so those are the first brushes that I wanted to talk about. And the first things that I got recently over the last month in my orders are not exactly brushes. They're little silicone applicators. I'm going to go ahead and open this bag so I can pull them out one by one. These little silicone applicators for the whole packet was $4.16 off of eBay. They did ship from China, and they took approximately a month to get. The reason why I was really excited to get them is I wanted this brush to use for eyeliners. I thought that it might be good for gel liners, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about as much bacteria. I could go ahead and wipe these off with some disinfectant. I also wanted to know how this slanted brush would work for gel liner also, different techniques of putting the gel liner on. And I don't like sticking my fingers in jars, so these are nice to have for moisturizers or any type of masking, so that's why I wanted these. And I'm not quite sure what I'll do with these angled brushes. Perhaps maybe some lip products that I don't want to stick my fingers in, like my jar of little soft lips from Vaseline Intensive Care. Maybe these will solve that problem. So these, like I said, were $4.16 for this whole little set of these, and I'll have to let you know what I think of them because they kind of look gimmicky. They're pretty soft. I'm not sure what I really think of them, so I will let you guys know, and maybe you'll see me use them in an upcoming video. The second set of brushes that I ordered came in a pack that looked like this, and I got to look down at my phone to see what I paid for them. They were $2.97. So I really don't know what to think of the quality of these brushes. I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the packet. I wanted to experiment with some eye brushes because I get tired of trying to make sure all my brushes are clean before I film a tutorial. I want to do more recording, and a lot of times dirty brushes and things like that slow me down. So I am trying out different types of eye brushes, and these are what I got. Looks like there's several types of brushes in here. I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic off, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is what the brushes look like out of the packaging. There are 12 brushes here. I'm not sure as to what the quality is going to be like. They were very inexpensive and they're really soft, but we'll have to see how they apply shadows. There's several blending brushes, and that's what I really wanted, was a good assortment of blending brushes and some of these type of brushes to lay down different eyeshadow primer and lid shades. And this looks like it'd be good for the crease. I don't know. There's so many different eye brushes here, all these little tiny precision brushes. I'm curious to see what the quality of them are going to be like at that particular price range. So be looking out for me using them in some eye looks. I will try when I'm doing different eye looks to take one set of brushes and stick to that instead of doing a bunch of different ones all at one time. So that way you guys get to see what the whole set works like. The next set of brushes is another 12-piece brush set that came in a package that looks like this, and I'm going to go ahead off camera and take everything out of the packaging. Here's what that brush set looks like out of the packaging, and if I didn't already say it, This brush set was $5.59 and I didn't pay any shipping on any of these brushes that I ordered. These did come from China also, and they took about 3 weeks to get to me, and they have lots of different blending brushes. They have more blending brushes than the last set, and like I said, that's what I was most interested in, is blending brushes and a slanted eyeliner brush. I've been liking these lately, and this one has more of a slanted handle than the one that I already have. So maybe I will like this one better. And more angle brushes. I have so many angle brushes, it's not even funny. But these feel really soft also. I'm not even going to try to judge the quality of these brushes and what they're going to be like. I can't wait to get them washed and start using them. But those were a nice set for $12. I hope they work well. And I got one more last set. Oh, I forgot to mention, with that brush set came this little handout here where they explain to you what each brush is to be used for. Obviously, you can use it for other things, but it's nice that they put that in there to give you at least some idea of what to do with the brushes. And the next set of brushes that I got, this is one of my favorite brush sets. I already know that because you guys see me use this brush set in baby blue. It's the color that I already have it in. And they are the Just Up foundation brushes. I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the package. I liked my first set so much. I knew I wanted a second set, but I kept procrastinating getting it because I didn't want to order more brushes when I already had a set. And the Just Up Foundation Kabuki brush set is a 10-piece brush set. I'm going to go ahead and take these out of the packaging, even though I know you guys have already seen the ones that I have. And this is what the 10-piece Just Up Kabuki Foundation brush set looks like. And I paid $15.34 for this brush set. I love these brushes. I had told myself when I ordered the first baby blue set that when I needed to reorder some because I was expecting that they probably wouldn't hold up well, and they have held up pretty well, that I would just order them from Sigma or somewhere like that. But it is so hard to want to do that when you can get all 10 brushes for under $16, and they've held up really well. And how these are set up is there is a matching small brush for each big brush that's in the set. Like this one is just the flat top Kabuki brush for the foundation, and this I like to use for the concealer. And then there is a slanted flat, well, this one's not flat at all, like a slanted densely packed Kabuki brush, and I like these for putting on foundations, and there's a matching small one, and so you get the idea from looking at them that each one of these has a matching small one. So I'm happy to have two of those. I can always have a clean brush set when I'm getting ready to record videos for you guys, so I was happy to be picking that up again. And the last brush set that I got came in a package that looked like this. They took the time to put it in the outer package. It's got its own little pouch here, and this is what it looks like. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the brand that these brushes are. But this little bag, it smells kind of strong like chemicals. It also had a little handout in it that tells you, and let me get it open, what each brush is good for. So that's what this little handout looks like. And I like that they take the time to do that, so that if you're not used to wearing makeup, you can figure it out, what you're supposed to do with each brush. And this brush set is packaged like this. They put that little netting on the bigger brushes to keep the bristles from going all over the place. And I am going to take the packaging off of these purple brushes and let you guys see. I just wanted a purple brush set because purple is one of my favorite colors, and that's what I've got my makeup room accented with. And for this brush set, it was $22.30, and there's 15 brushes in this set. So let me go ahead and get them unwrapped and I'll show them to you. Wow, that was a lot of work getting all those brushes out of the packaging, but this is what the set looks like. This one looks like a powder setting brush, and I hope these fluff up a little bit more after they get washed. I'm going to be washing all these brushes before I use them. And this one looks like you could put powder on like this underneath the eye, pack on your baking powder with, and also you could put baking powder or concealer on with this brush. You could even use it to apply foundation. And this one's just your spoolie brush for your eyebrows. This looks like just a regular eye blending brush, so I'm excited to have that. And this one looks like another brush for precision, putting on tiered up colors or whatever you want to do with it. You can put brow bone colors on with that also, and this would make a nice brow bone highlight. If you had a cream highlighter that you wanted to put under the brow bone, this pencil looks like, not pencil, but brush looks like it'd be good for that. Or smudging colors on the lower lash line. And here's another angled brush. I have plenty of those. And this just looks like some type of shader brush for packing on color anywhere you want to use it. I think that you could put some, possibly contour your nose. I don't know that I'd do it with a cream product, but maybe a powder product with that. And this, I'm not sure if this is just another a blush brush. It's almost the same size as this one. Looks like almost the same brush duplicated, but I'm not sure if that's just another powder brush or what. And this one's just a more pointed brush that you can use for applying eyeshadows. And here's more shader brushes to apply color with and more blending brushes for the eye. And this one, I guess this would be a concentrated blush brush. And here you've got a contouring brush. So I'm really looking forward to using these brushes and seeing what the quality of them is going to be like. I'm probably going to take my Real Techniques brush cleaner and just lightly clean all these brushes to get any residue that's left over out of the brushes. But I think, I'm looking around, I think those are all the brushes I got. That's quite a few sets all at once. Like I said, I will try to use one set at a time with creating a look individually. And I'll keep using the rest of the brushes that I normally use when I'm doing my makeup for you guys. But I'm so excited this year to be testing out brushes. I've gotten really disheartened and disappointed with some of the, even the more expensive brushes. I've noticed that the quality of brushes over the last 5 or 6 years, maybe even longer than that, has been absolutely terrible. I have brushes that I'm still using in my collection that are 20 years old, and they've come from companies such as MAC and Artistry and nice cosmetic companies like that, where you don't have to worry about, what is this called, the ferrule, the brush, the bristles coming out of the ferrule. Like, that sort of stuff never happened with brushes. When a brush went out of commission, I typically was getting rid of it because the bristles were just worn out and they'd bitten the dust. It was nothing for me to have a brush like a minimum of 5 years, but this new thing with brushes falling apart on you so quickly and shedding and all that has made it so that I don't even want to invest in higher quality brushes. And especially when you can go and order brush sets like this and get them pretty reasonable. If they're going to fall apart on you quickly, you might as well be able to replace them and have a new set every year. And I like getting to try out all these new brushes. I'm finding that there's brushes that I probably never would have added to my collection on my own. I wouldn't have known that I needed them, but because I buy sets like this, I get all kinds of good use out of stuff that I didn't even know I would like to use. And I would recommend to you, if you're just starting out with makeup and you don't already have a brush collection, instead of trying to go out and get the most expensive brushes and guess on what you might need, start out like this. Even if they're not the best quality brushes, you can pick out what type of brush works best for you when you're applying your makeup. So when you do choose to replace that brush with maybe a more expensive brush, it'll be something that you know you need, and you won't be guessing and spending, you know, anywhere from $15 to $30 or plus for a nice brush. Not saying that some of the brushes probably aren't worth it. I'm just not willing to try any of those brushes right now. Maybe towards the end of the year, I'll start venturing out into some Sigma brushes, or I can't even think right now. My mind's going completely blank of some of the higher quality brushes. Maybe I'll do that, but so far my brushes have been holding up really well. Like I said, I think out of my first set of Kabuki, these brushes here, the Kabuki foundation brush set, the baby blue set that I've had for a couple years, I think I've only had 2 where the ferrules come off, but I could stick it right back on, and I still am able to use those brushes and they don't fall apart as I'm using them. So I think that that's pretty good, and I really can't complain for $15 for that brush set contained 10 brushes. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. So these may or may not be duds. I doubt that all of them will be like great, awesome quality, but I didn't pay that much for them. If you do decide that you want to order these brushes, I will say the Kabuki brush set, the foundation set, they did come from a seller that sells Just Up brushes out of Lansing, Michigan. if you see that person on eBay. So those brushes came within a week. And this purple set also, I think they might have come from New Jersey, a seller in New Jersey. And they took less than a week to get to me. But the other brushes did come from China, and they did take, you know, 3 weeks to a month. So if that's something you think that you want and you need them right away, don't drag your feet on getting your order in. Otherwise, it might take you forever to get your brushes. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You also want to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so YouTube lets you know every time I upload a new video. See you guys soon.